So hi students and welcome back to your digital classroom. Today in this particular episode, I'll be talking about question number 2 of your English paper 1. Yes, that is your letter writing. As you all know, question number 2 part A and B comprises of an informal letter as well as a formal letter. Now in this particular episode, I'll be talking about only informal letter first. I'll be highlighting the mistakes that students generally do while writing their board examinations. Moreover, I'll be giving you a clear-cut format that will fetch you 2.5 marks. Your body comprises of another 2.5 marks, whereas your expression carries 5 marks. So students, let us quickly take a look at your letter writing module. Your question number 2, that is your letter writing, is categorized into two, that is your informal letter and your formal letter. Now the total marks awarded is 10. Now let me quickly show you what your question number 2 is all about. Now here in your question number 2, candidates will have to write a letter from a choice of two subjects requiring either a formal or an informal mode of treatment. So clearly you'll be given two questions where you need to select any one, either informal or a formal, and you need to present your letter. Now suggestions regarding the content of the letter may be given. The layout of the letter with address, introduction, conclusion, etc. will form the part of assessment. So you have format, you have content, you have expression. Next, special attention must be paid to the format of the letter with emphasis on vocabulary appropriate to the context. So whatever is required appropriately, you need to mention in your letter. So students, that was a quick preview of your question number 2 from a previous year paper. Now let's discuss the marking scheme and then we shift down to the format of the letter. So students, let's talk about the marking scheme first. You all know the division. It is based on your format, your content and your expression. Your format carries 2.5 marks. Your content or your body carries 2.5 more, that equals to 5. Whereas your expression that matters the most carries 5 marks. So in total it is 10 marks. Now coming down to the format of the letter, first you have your own address, half mark. Next you have your date, half mark. You have salutation, half mark. Then you have your subscription, another half. And at the end you have your first name, another half. So it counts to 2.5 marks. So this was your marking scheme. Now one by one we'll be discussing the format of the letter in detail. So students, first we have the sender's address or our own address. Now what you need to do is, you keep one thing in your mind, that your address must comprise of 3 lines. Got it? A 3-line address is the perfect one. Now first you have the door number, then you can go for two choices, either write your street name or you can go for your apartment name. Then come down to the main area where you stay and then comes the city. So just check out this. I have written here as 26 by 1 Wood Street, Park Lane, Kolkata. Now if you see the division, it's like 26 by 1 comma Wood Street comma, now see Wood Street, W capital S capital, then Park Lane, P capital, L capital, and then a comma. After that I have written Kolkata, K capital, and then the pin code of 6 digits. Students, let me talk about the basic mistakes that you do while writing your address. Now 2-3 common mistakes. First one, you write your examination hall as your address. Please avoid doing so, that's totally wrong. Second thing, suppose if you are a hostelite or if you are a residential school student, when you are mentioning your address, please mention your school address very properly and it should be correct. Third mistake, placement of the commas. Please be careful when you place that comma. You can remember the trick by learning comma comma full stop, comma comma full stop. If you remember in this particular manner, you will never forget, because see, at the end of the street you are placing a comma, end of the lane you are placing a comma, and then a full stop after the pin code. Not necessary, but if you put it down, it will be in a kind of a rhyming tone, and it will be, you know, in your mind forever. And then generally I find students shifting towards the right hand side of the margin. Remember one thing, your left hand side margin, you need to focus that you start your address from the left hand side margin and not shift towards the right hand side. So students, next comes in our date. Now you need to leave a line before writing your date. Leaving a line is not that important, but maintaining neatness and making your letter presentable is more important than that. Here, students should keep 2-3 things in their mind while writing the date. First thing, please do not mention DATE while writing your date. Correct? Next, the date of your examination is the date that you write in your letter. Suppose here I have taken it as 23rd February, 2020. Generally, your exams fall in the month of February. So I have taken an example so that you can understand it in a better manner. Now, 23rd, the way that I have written it, 23rd February, we generally check the spelling of February, and trust me, many of you commit the same spelling error while writing in your examination. So please check out the spelling of February and then write it down. Please do not get confused between your notice writing date technique and your letter writing date technique. There in your notice writing, you do not place a comma while writing date, but here you do place it. There, for your events date, you generally take 10 to 15 days duration, but here the date of your examination is your final date that you are going to write in your letter. Please do not mix and match the format or the way of presenting your letter. Second thing, I generally see this is a new kind of mistake that I see among students. In your letter you write on 23rd March or on 23rd February, 2020. Please do not mix and match your notice writing date along with your letter writing. This is a new kind of an error that I am seeing among the students. Please try and avoid it. Few students will ask me how to overcome this particular barrier. My advice to you people is, as soon as you receive your board examination timetable, first check out when is your English paper 1. Start practicing at least 10 times or 15 times a day the same date of your English paper 1 examination. Trust me, you will never make a mistake in your board examination. Supposingly, if it is on 23rd February 2020, so start off writing 23rd February, 2020. 23rd, be careful the way that I have written. February, F capital, spelling should be accurate, 2020. Same thing, you can do it for your notice writing as well. You can take at least 10 to 15 days duration gap and you can practice that also there. Next comes in your salutation. You need to leave a line and then write your salutation, which is for half mark. Now, salutation, there are two ways to write it. First, dear, and then your receiver. Now, suppose if it is your friend, if it is your brother, cousin, siblings, so you can go for writing their names. But if it is your father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, with due respect, mention father, mother, grandfather or grandmother. Please do not write their names. This is another kind of mistake that students generally commit. Now, you can write as dear Jason, comma. Here I have taken it as dear Jason. Now see, dear D capital, Jason J capital, and then a comma. Another style of writing it, you can write it as my dear and then your receiver. Now, my, if you check out, M capital, dear, if you check out here, D is small, and then your receiver. If it is a name, the first alphabet should be in capital. If you're writing mother, M capital, father, F capital. Now here I have taken it as mother. Your receiver, first alphabet should be in capital, whoever it is. Now we have our introduction, body and conclusion. Generally our letter is divided into 3 paragraphs: introduction, body and conclusion. If you want to stretch it out, please leave the introduction as it is, conclusion as it is, two paragraphs are fixed. If you want to make any changes or if you want to change the paragraph, please do it in your body and not in your introduction and conclusion. Now here you need to understand that you will be entirely judged on your content and your expression. Your content carries 2.5 marks here and your expression carries 5 marks. So keep one thing in your mind, when you're writing your introduction, please be to the point. Towards the end of your introductory paragraph, please touch the topic, or it should show a reflection of your topic. Come down to your body, see the subparts. The main difference arises when you do not study the question carefully. Highlight the important words, highlight the keywords over there. Please understand that you need to do this because you tend not to answer all the parts and the subparts. So when you underline and when you read the question properly, you will answer all the parts and the subparts. And while checking, you can keep one thing in your mind, see that whether you have answered all the parts of the question. This will help you to gain 2.5 in your body, whereas in your conclusion you can mention, here I sign off my letter with a hope to receive a positive feedback from your end. So many things are there. I'll be giving you few introductory lines and few concluding lines so that things are easier for you. Next we have our subscription. Your subscription carries half a mark, and as soon as you finish your concluding sentence of your letter, please leave a line and write your subscription as yours lovingly, comma. So talking about your yours first, Y should be a 3-stroke Y and it should be in capital. So YOURS without an apostrophe. Generally students write an apostrophe and they do not get half mark over there. So it should be YOURS without an apostrophe. And lovingly should be a digitalized L in small letter, single stroke LOVINGLY and a comma. So it is yours lovingly, comma. If you talk about an alternative for it, you have yours affectionately, comma, or your loving friend or your loving son. So many things are there, but my advice to you people is a sweet and simple one, yours lovingly, comma, applicable everywhere. So the last part of your format, that is writing of your name after your subscription. So please do not leave a line after your subscription. Just the next line you write your name. Your name, very easy one. You need to write in capital. Please do not mention your surname. It's only your name. Suppose here I have taken it as Ankita. So Ankita is a capital NKITA. That's it. So students, it was your format. Now check out the marks division and then I'll be giving you the handwritten format of the same. Later on, we'll be taking down a topic of letter writing and analyzing the letter. Students, that was the handwritten format of your informal letter writing. Now let's take down a topic and analyze the same. So students, as you people know, our first procedure is to read the question very properly and then highlight the key words or the key elements in it. So let's read the question properly. So our question says, your friend has written you a letter asking about your favorite day of the week and reasons for that. Write a letter to your friend of about 120 to 130 words in reply. So your friend has written you a letter. You have already received it. And he or she has asked about the favorite day of the week. And along with that, you need to specify the reasons, and the word limit is 120 to 130 words. Now students, many of you still fail to analyze your question very properly. Now I'll be giving you a jumping method, or you can even call it as a walking procedure, where you can analyze your question very properly and you tend to answer the question as well as its subparts. Now see, I'll start my journey from this particular point and I'll end it somewhere. So as soon as I jump or as soon as I skip to another place, you mark it as number 1 or number 2. Now let's read the question very properly. Okay, so your question says your friend has written you a letter, mark it down as number 1. Next, asking about your favorite day of the week. Now he has asked you something. I have jumped from this point to this point, so it is your number 2. Next, what he has asked, he or she has asked about the favorite day of the week. So he or she has asked you about your favorite day of your week. So now I am at point number 3. Okay, and reasons for that. The fourth point is reasons. Now see one thing, it's not reason, it's reasons. So more than 1. My advice to you people is, if you face such kind of situation, please see your marks, see the division of your marks and then specify your points. So here I am at reasons for that. Alright, so this is your point number 4. Okay, write a letter to your friend of about 120 to 130 words in reply. Got it? So 5th point is your reply. Now, why I mentioned reply as your 5th point? Because you have already received his or her letter. This will definitely play an important role when you write your opening lines. So I started somewhere from here, then I proceeded and then I ended somewhere here. So I have 5 to 6 key points here. Students, now it's time to write our letter. We have already completed our first 2 procedure, that is reading the question properly and analyzing it. The 2 procedures are over. Now, 3rd procedure, write your own address. We have already written our own address here. Next, I have skipped off one line and I have written the date, that is 8th July, 2020. Then I have skipped off a line and written my salutation as Dear Rohan, D capital, R capital and a comma. Now, let's start writing a letter. So students, since we have already received our friend's letter, what we'll do is first we'll thank him or her for the same, and then slowly towards the end we'll show a reflection of our topic. So I've written here as thanks for a letter and it was great to hear from you. You asked me to tell you about my favorite day of the week. Well, it's definitely Friday. Now see, according to our question, we have given a proper introduction in the first paragraph by touching our topic or showing a reflection of the same. Now I'll be changing the paragraph and stating the reasons for my choice. Got it? So see, I've changed the paragraph. One reason I like Fridays is because I have my favorite subjects at school, PE and chemistry. That is your physical education and chemistry. Chemistry is great because we do experiments in the science lab and our teacher, Mr. King, I've taken an assumption here, Mr. King is so funny. In PE, we usually play basketball, which is my favorite sport. I am good at it because I am quite tall. Our team usually wins. So almost I have given one reason, and according to the marks, I'll be talking about various other reasons in the 3rd paragraph. Now see, I've changed the paragraph and written, we also have French on Fridays, which is actually my least favorite subject. But after that we have ICT, which is much more interesting. At the moment I am creating a web page for our basketball team. After school I hang out with my friends, and then in the evening I play football at the sports center. On Friday nights we sometimes go to someone's house for a party or to watch a DVD. we can relax a bit on Friday evenings because there's no school on Saturday. So this was my elaborated paragraph and even few more reasons I have stated in this particular paragraph. Now let's talk about the concluding line. I have changed the paragraph and I have written here, tell me about your favorite day in your next letter. Hope to hear from you soon. So students, that was your entire letter. Now let me tell you one thing. Here in the first paragraph, I have first thanked my friend. Why? Because I have already received a letter from him and I need to reply for that. I have thanked and then I have shown a reflection of my topic in the introductory paragraph itself. Then moving on to the second paragraph, here I need to state few reasons. You remember the content of our letter that carries 2.5 marks. So I have talked about chemistry class. I have talked about your PE class, that is your physical education class, my dislike for French, basketball, I need to play there. Moreover, watching DVD with my friends, hanging out with my friends, no school on Saturday, so many points I have listed down there. Now, my advice to you people is just check out the marks first. You already know your content carries 2.5 marks, so minimum 5 points you need to place down there at least to be on a safer side. Now, if you talk about the conclusion, clearly you can write for a feedback or you can even write that I hope that you would be glad to receive my letter, convey my regards to your mother and father, uncle and aunt, so many things are there. Now if you see, it's time for our subscription. So I have written there, yours lovingly, comma, yours a 3-stroke Y, digitalized L and then a comma. After that, I have put down a name, that is Rahul, R capital. Now students, I'll be giving you a few universal opening and closing lines which you can write in your board examinations according to the situation. Now suppose when you read your question, first identify the tone of the letter. Suppose if the tone suggests that it's very awful and it's very sad to hear about something, please go for the sad opening lines that I'll be giving you here. If the situation suggests that it's a jolly day or it's a very great achievement or it's a happy moment for you or your friend or any family relatives, whoever it is, please go for the happy opening line. So students, those were your universal opening and closing lines which you can use in your board examination according to the situation. Next, I'll be uploading a video on formal letter, but till then, keep practicing your informal letter format. Refer to few previous year question papers, take down few specimen papers and try and solve it. Till then, stay home, stay safe, keep learning.